Peace, family. So I'm gonna put up a game real fast. Magnus Carlsen. This is against a guy named Ponomariov, but I'll put his name in the description. Anyway, this video is just showing that the power of the bishops, how Carlsen wins a lot of his games. He wins a lot of his games by using his bishops in a more dynamic fashion than his opponents. So I'm gonna run through this really quickly and then read off something that I've been sending to different people in the chess community. Because you know my channel is all about the the bishop, and its true value and yeah, and that formula that I put together. All right, so let's start. We're gonna run through this real quickly. Magnus has white. Sicilian. I've been playing a lot of the Sicilian myself, but not this dragon setups. But I've been playing a lot of Sicilian lately, like I used to do back in the tournaments. So we get into the meat of the game and what this is all about right here. Right here. So a gentleman he posted this on. He featured this game in something that's called diagonal attacks, attacking on the diagonal, something to that effect. And yeah, he featured this game on my Facebook feed. So this is from Chess Live. So that's when this game came to my attention. I commented on a lot of games that Carlsen has played, and on different sites where people are analyzing his games. But yeah, so when I saw it, I said, oh yeah, I got to put this up because it bolsters my claim of the power of the bishops if you know how to use them. So let's continue. He wants to keep this knight out of here, I guess, out of c4. So he pushed the pawn to b3 and allowed that bishop to take his rook in the corner there on a1. All right, so Carlsen he's not worried about that. He's got a plan. And this is a blitz game also. Just let me toss that in there. This is blitz. All right. He continues his attack. Yeah, we're not going to take long looking at this. I just want to push through to these moves so one can see what he was up to. Look at this man. He gave that up so fast. And then he pinned it. So he gave those rooks up, He gave those rooks up with no problem. All right. And instead of just recapturing right away, And here, this is not the point of it, but the queen couldn't take back because the rook would have failed. So if the queen takes back, then he takes knight with the bishop and calls check. And if if rook takes, then the queen recaptures. If the rook recaptures here, once the bishop takes, then now this queen can take that queen, and he has to move over, and then he queens of the pawn. So it could have worked. He would have queened it either way. So he couldn't take back. He just got out the way out of the line of fire. And then Fischer. Look at I'm calling him Fischer. Magnus just bags up, repositions. He gets out of the pin, smart. That was a good try. It wasn't nothing to do with it. He was lost already, Check. Okay. So, but the point of the game, or the point of this video, was to look at those bishops and see what they were doing. Those bishops were, and he gave up the bishop early in the contest. He just gave it up, look, for no reason almost. I mean, if the knight gets in there, what is he gonna gain? A pawn? If if everything goes well. I don't know if he could even, got the pawn securely and got that knight back out of there. But it's just once he got those bishops involved there, once he got those bishops involved, it's just ridiculous, and that is something that needs to be investigated and just looked into and recognized, the power of the bishops. I mean, and really, like the man said, it's the power of the diagonals, the attacking on diagonals. If you know how to use these diagonals, your game is expanded a great deal, and you're just a stronger player because of it. If you know how to attack on diagonals, and it's hard to say if he had planned this out. He had, he could have, this could have been part of his preparation, and maybe it was just Blitz, and he was just moving fast, and who knows. But I like to think that the reigning world champion had given this considerable thought and knew what he was up to, and knows these lines. And hey, he said, look, on that diagonal, that bishop is strong, and I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to have lasting attacking chances on the king side. And he continued on with that, and I just think it's beautiful. I mean, forgive me for running back through it a little bit, but it just was amazing to me. I mean, and like I said, it was highlighted. Guy, found it noteworthy to look at once those bishops. Now he on that dark diagonal. So, all right, I took too much time showing this, but I just wanted to just give. Because I went through it so fast. Look at this. I mean, come on. All right. So, the other thing I wanted to show was, just wanted to run through real quick on some of this. I'm sending this out to people in the chess community because I want them to pass it on. So I'm emailing it out. So yeah, it goes like this here. It begins out, deep in the mind of the spirit divine, the ideal for what we call chess was conceived. It soon came to birth, manifested on earth, the design for which had been decided on high. It will be based on the unending circle. At best, chess is an expression of pi. All right, so I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. I'm gonna, you can pause it and read it, and if you're interested in it. And this is what I sent out to the community, and I'm hoping that people pass it on. Several people at ICC and several people at USCF, and a couple of international masters that I have corresponded with in the past on these things, and hopefully people can come to an understanding of this, and I think the chess community will benefit from it. All right, I took too much of your time already. Peace out. Till next time.